welcome back to another episode of the Father to Fathers podcast. I am Alex.
And I'm your host, Emmanuel.
What's good? Today, guys, we have a very special episode today. We've brought someone very special. If you watched last week's episode, you would know that I was in the hot seat. I was getting interrogated by the lovely Emmanuel.
I wouldn't say you was in a hot seat. I
was definitely hot. Some of those questions, it wasn't that bad. To be fair, it wasn't that bad. It was actually very enjoyable. I guess you can call it an interview. But today, the tables have turned, and it's time for me to do my own interviewing with Emmanuel because we have a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Tumi. I'm the mother of Emmanuel's son.
It's gonna be a good one, guys. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's the mysterious mother. I thought,
Gonna switch up today, guys. I've got a lot of questions for him. He did well last time. To be fair, he did well with the questions that he gave to me and my partner. But this time, I'm gonna really grill these guys. So we'll get straight into it. So hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. I'm very good, thank you. So tell me, how did you meet my good friend Emmanuel? How did this come to be?
So we went to the same college together.
Gang.
Yeah, we had a lot of mutual friends. That's how we met each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
So you guys knew each other in college, and
yeah.
Okay, cool. So how long did you guys know each other before?
Ooh.
Things start getting saucy?
That's a while ago now. We met each other. He pursued me. I'll say that.
Okay.
And then he got my number, and then we just started talking from there. And then all of a sudden, obviously when you're younger, relationships happen really quickly. So within a few weeks or months or whatever. Yeah, I think it was a few weeks, right?
I can't remember.
It's been
legit. I can't remember.
I think it was after a few weeks we started talking, and then he came to my house and stuff, and then we started, started a relationship.
Okay. Alright, no, that's cool. It's cool. No problem. Okay, so obviously so you guys met in college. Emmanuel saw you and wanted you and all that. That's cool. Then, okay, so did you get pregnant immediately, or what was?
No.
What was the take? I wanna know. I'm trying to get to the juicy bits. Man.
Okay.
Emmanuel was dragging it too long with me. But I'm trying to get direct. I'm trying to give the people what they want to hear.
Okay, we were together for a short while. Then we stopped talking. Okay. But we always had this connection, I would say.
So, we all know what that connection means, don't we, guys? Yeah. Connection. I like it. When Will Smith and Jada were talking about what was it?
Entanglement.
Entanglement. Yeah. Connection. Hashtag connection, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, go on.
So you know how that goes.
Yeah. Of course.
So, and because he was my quote unquote first love or whatever.
Oh.
I thought, but so that's how it started, and then later on, as things go by, that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So were you guys still in college? By the time what was it? Your second? Was you in second year or third? You guys don't even remember.
Oh no,
mate.
No, I was in. No, you were. You were going to uni.
Yeah,
you were going to uni. I was still in college.
Okay.
So I was still in college. So he had gone to uni by that time. Or no, you were just finishing and preparing and stuff like that. So, but I was still. I think yes, because he was in his second year and I was in my first year, I believe.
Oh, okay.
That's how. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
So we were just still doing whatever.
Yeah.
Even though we weren't fully together, but we were together.
Yeah.
So that's how, and then we still kept on carrying on, and then eventually things fizzled out, and then lo and behold, I found out I was pregnant. That's a whole another story for another day. But I found out, and I didn't know for a long time, and then when I did find out,
you didn't know for a long time that you were pregnant.
Yeah, I didn't know for a minute that I was pregnant.
A minute, mate, with months.
How many? Wait, how far along were you when you found out you were pregnant?
Well, at the time I thought I was like about 7 months, but I was a little bit earlier than that. But yeah, I was quite far along.
Huh? So
I was quite far along. I was still, I was quite far along.
Still going Paris, still drinking.
Shut up, don't even say that. Yes,
So-
I was still being a teenager.
of course,
because I didn't know.
If you don't know, I mean, you're not gonna take precautions. If you
No.
don't. No, that's fair. That's
didn't
perfectly
know,
fine.
yeah.
It was shocked me, man, yeah. I just got a phone call. I was like,
Wait, okay, no, wait, hang on a minute. I'm gonna get to you. Don't worry, Mr. Man. You stay there. But so wow. So when you found out that you were pregnant after 6-7 months, or what? It was later than 7 months.
So at the time, I thought I was 7 months, but I was a little bit earlier than that.
Oh,
'cause,
earlier.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
earlier
okay,
than that.
okay.
So I was
No.
about 5. Or
Okay,
something.
no problem. So when you're about 5-6 months,
Yeah.
what was your thought process? Because I assume you were pretty young. You were still
Yeah, I was
18.
No, I was 17 when I got pregnant. 18 when I had my son.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
At the time, I was just thinking about my family. It wasn't myself that I was thinking.
Thinking about your mom.
I was thinking
How's
about
your
how's everybody else gonna take it. Obviously, coming from an African household, you getting pregnant is the end of your life. So kick you out. You thought you were gonna get beaten. You're just gonna be. Your life is over. Basically, that's what you think. But yeah, so yeah.
So you just really and truly your thought process was more like what your parents.
Yeah, it wasn't about myself. It was like,
Jeez.
what's everybody else gonna think? What's the world gonna think? What's church gonna think? What's everyone gonna
They're like
think?
similar to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's everyone?
See,
gonna
this is
think
the
of
thing
me?
about African parents, man. They put a lot of pressure on us. Like, but at the end of the day, we're still kids. We're gonna do stuff, and I don't feel like, especially in that kind of situation, I don't think it's fair that our first thought process is, what's my mom and my dad gonna say? Obviously, it's important for us to be, have that fear of our parents, but they make a lot of decisions like that kind of could be a bit peak. You know what I mean? But okay, cool. So now you found out that you're pregnant. It's a big shock to you. When do you tell Emmanuel?
So at the time, I think my mum had known at that point already. So that's when she's like, you need to tell.
In fact, before we get there, what was your parents' juicy stuff?
So with my mum, I've never seen her like that before, and I don't think I ever will, to be fair.
I know the feeling.
So her reaction was priceless. I can't lie to you.
No way.
I couldn't even say anything to her. I was just kept quiet, and I was just hearing her wail.
No
like
way.
you know how you see in African movies and stuff like that.
The parents.
It was like that. So yeah, but eventually she came around. But at that point, it was all over Jackie.
No, I hear that. No, I can appreciate that. So now that you've done the big one of telling your parents, telling your mom, now it's telling Emmanuel.
Yeah, so she was the one that was like, okay, you need to call him and tell him, because at that time we weren't really talking and stuff like that. So it's like.
So wait, was you not gonna tell me?
No, of course I have to tell you. I had no, even if I didn't want to tell you, my family is going to make me tell you somehow. Either way, my mum's going to tell you, even if I don't do it, somebody was going to tell you.
That's it.
So I had to call you. Luckily, you had the same number, so I still...
Wait, so how long ago has it been since you guys have spoken?
It had been months, it had been time. Right. It had been a while, it had been a minute. So yeah, that's where the whole shock came in, because it had been a minute, but... so I called him. So the way I said it, so I was just like, okay, you know what? Let me just tell this boy. So I called him. I was like, did I say, are you busy or whatever?
No, you left a voicemail because I was like,
did I say, okay.
Yeah, you left a voicemail. I was told the story. I remember where I was, Wembley Stadium. I just finished work. And I was like,
and then you called me back, innit? Yeah. And all I said was, I didn't even lead up to it. All I said was, I'm pregnant and you're the father. That's what I said. I didn't know what else to say.
Boy. She just dropped that bomb on you like that. No easing up to it. No lubricant or nothing. No. Just straight in the... Oh, boy.
So, yeah, and he was quiet for a while, and then he was like, I'll call you back. Now,
when you get dropped a bomb like that, yeah, you can't be liable for how you react immediately. Yeah, you did the smart thing to kind of take a step back still.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're moving on to Emmanuel now. You've now gotten that news, that massive news that's gonna change your life. You're now gonna be a father. Talk to me. What's going through your head?
It's just what I've been saying for us since we started this episode. I mean, this podcast. Sorry, like, yeah. All I could think of was, you know what? Them times I didn't even think. I think part of me actually knew when she called me when she called me, and she left me a voicemail. I was like, I haven't spoken to this girl in ages.
Damn.
And you left a voicemail.
Yeah,
who the hell
leaves
voicemail?
Who leaves
voicemail?
You leave a voicemail, you know it's
so
serious.
So when I called her, and then she told me, it wasn't a shock, but then I was there times, again, it might sound silly, but the actual truth, my knowledge around sex was not as great, because when I think back to it, I'm thinking, wait, hold on, I've not spoken to you all this time, all of a sudden you're pregnant. How can it be me?
Oh,
do you get what I mean? So that didn't really cross my mind, because, like I said, I didn't even know what I was thinking that day. And then yeah, like all I was thinking of again, how am I going to tell my mum? That's the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah.
I just remember that journey home. Everyone was like, "Man, are you okay? Like, Mom, please leave me alone."
It was a long journey back, wasn't it?
Oh,
everything was
I was
going
just
in slow
thinking,
motion.
yeah. Like she will tell you, like it was her mum as well that forced me to tell my mum. I was not.
And it took
I
a
hear
while as
that.
well.
I hear that. I wasn't gonna tell my mum until the day that my son was born, so I fully get it. I fully get it. But yeah. So okay. So how long did it take you before you told? For those people that don't know, because I'm sure you've mentioned it before in the podcast. But
I feel like her mum called me or went to her house. Her mum sat me down. She was like, "Are you going to be involved?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to be involved." And then she just literally said, and then she's like, "Okay, when you go to her mum," I was like, "I'll tell her." And literally, she was, "If I you tell her, I'll tell her." So I just and then I don't know how long it was, but I know it wasn't straight away.
it wasn't straight away, of course.
And yeah.
And he told your mum. That was a long one for you. Didn't you come home? You didn't come home for like...
Yeah, I didn't come home straight away. What? That's it, mate. Even though the purpose I didn't even go home, it didn't even work because I was turned the key into the door. If I opened the door, it was just literally rains of slaps. So it was rains of slaps. Because the way my house is set up here, it's like my mom's room is literally by the front. I live in a flat, so it was just all one floor.
Oh,
so front door. On this side, my room, that side, my mom's room. So I think she was coming to her room. So as she heard the key, so she stood to see who's coming through the door, and as soon as she just saw my face,
no,
literally, it was literally thunder of like when I said rains of slaps,
festival of slaps,
and then literally from then on, probably till the child was born, every time she would see me, eat yours. Every time, like literally, I think I got beaten every day.
Nah,
she'll just see me. I'm washing the plates.
Oh my days!
I'll come out the shower.
You went through it.
Like literally, it was. Yeah, I think what really saved me as well, the way that my grandma was very cool with it.
Is it?
Yeah, she called my grandma to report me, like, and my grandma was like, "What?" Yeah, and then my grandma was cool with it.
Okay.
Like, my grandma was cool with it.
So now everybody knows. You guys have I'm sure now you've come to terms with the fact that you're about to be a dad. You've come to terms with the fact that you're about to be a mom. But you guys are obviously not. You haven't chosen to be together. Or
I can't even remember.
No, yeah. It was just my mom. My mom's like, "Oh, you have to marry her."
Oh,
really?
Yeah, everyone had like a
family.
Yeah. And then so his mom was more on the side of we have to get married and stuff like that. My mom, on the other hand, is like, it is what it is. Yeah. Whatever happens. She's not gonna force a relationship. Do you get what I mean? So yeah.
No, I hear that. Okay, cool. So there's that now. Do you guys get back together or do you not? What happens at this point, at this early on stage? Do you guys try to work things out or?
Do you want to answer?
You know what? I've always been honest. So I'll continue to be honest. And plus, she's here anyway. I was not a serious candidate. I'll just put it plain.
So for him, okay. So for me, I felt like we might as well be together because obviously that's what I wanted. Yeah, we were having a child together. Obviously we hadn't been together for so many months or whatever.
Yeah.
We made this child. Now we have to come together. Let's try this thing. So in my head, I don't know if in his head what was in his head, but in my head I thought it was us being together and stuff like that. But then as time went on, we realized like, no, we can't force being together because of a child. Because at the end of the day, we had broken up for a reason. So there's no point keeping us together for the sake of just the sake of having a child. So yeah.
Yeah. And was that your thought process, Emmanuel? Was that the same process?
Like I said, I was not a church candidate.
So you're just doing chewing gum boy.
He was
No,
doing
no,
baby boy
no comments. No, I'll be honest. I was, yeah, and I feel like that's kind of like what started our problems in the sense of like I was not direct. I was not like I said, a serious candidate.
Okay.
So, and it's why when I share my experience and I share, talk on a podcast, it's because like I know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? I know what I'm talking about, and it's just on her side, like you said, she was thinking one thing, I'm thinking another thing, but then I've never actually opened my mouth and said.
Yeah, we never communicated actually what we were actually doing. That's the problem. Like in my head, I've concocted a story that we're having this fairy tale. You know, we have a child together. It's just gonna magically work and everything. Where in his head, he probably thought, okay, you know what, I'm still young. I'm still gonna do whatever. But yeah, so I think, and me having my son, it's just like, okay, I'm a mum now, so now I have to like, you know, change my mindset. I have to grow up a lot quicker. Whereas, and my son's with me 24/7. Whereas he goes home, he doesn't have to wake up in the middle. When he comes, he does the same thing. But like, obviously, it's me primarily more of the time. So so it's a lot different.
Do you feel like mothers resent fathers because of the fact that they don't have to go through like the same kind of things that mothers do, like the whole having to wake up when the baby wakes up, and or we don't have to do that. I definitely not have to do that. So do you feel like
especially if you're not together and you're not in the same household, that's when it makes it harder. Yeah. So especially like obviously being young, we don't live together. So I still live with my parents. He still lives with his parents. So it's not like you're coming in to move with me. So we're waking up together at 3 o'clock. You take this round. 4 o'clock. You take that round. No, it's me primarily more of the time, or it's my mum helping me or stuff like that. So I think in a household where it's two parents, it's a lot easier. Okay. But yeah.
So did you resent him a bit for that, or?
I won't be honest.
No.
There's a safe space.
I don't know if I resented
Ain't gonna judge nobody.
I actually never thought about it, to be fair, but I think it's just because I knew that's what I had to do, so I don't think I resented him for it.
Okay. I'm sure you hated at one point though.
No, there's been plenty times that I've hated you, but I think in terms of
tell them what you say my name as.
Oh
wow.
There's been several stuff that we've gone through. There was one time I saved your number as waste of space.
Wow.
I saved you as deadbeat.
Wow.
I said do not pick up.
Wow. But do you know what it is? You know what? That's amazing, because it shows that she still kind of like feels some, even if she hates you, she still feels something, because she has time to actually save your number as something at least. Fam, you don't even chat about my age.
There was even one time I put you as a full stop.
Okay, that one's disrespectful.
Like, listen,
put you as an end of a sentence.
No. I brought it up here because remember I said to you that I was like, I've been all sorts. I've been a deadbeat. I've been inconsistent. I've been so.
Yeah, and that's through the transitions that we've gone
so
through.
Yeah, that's why I said say it. Like, I don't, because I don't want. Part of why we're doing this as well. Yeah, it's just I can always come here and paint myself to be the perfect person, but hearing it from the horse's mouth as well shows that we don't just wake up one day and boom, co-parenting, it's sorted.
No.
There's a transition, there's sitting down, talking.
Beforehand, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, now we're getting to that. So obviously, I'm assuming that at the first couple of years it was a bit rough with you guys. You guys probably argued a lot. Did you make it hard for him to see his son? Or?
No, I've never ever been that person.
No, yeah, that's the one thing I would definitely. In fact, there's many things I'll praise you for, but I would never that. No.
That's nice.
Never there, never that.
No, I would never ever be that person. Even if I have a child with somebody else, I will never stop you from seeing your child. What am I doing that for? You and your child have a relationship. Whatever is going on between me and you, that's between me and you. deal with your child, okay, I can deal with you later. So I will never stop you from doing that.
I respect
That's
that.
not
I
me.
respect that. No, that's big. I love that for you guys. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, the first couple of years has been a bit rough. At what point did things start to, like, you guys started to have the whole co-parenting thing kind of like nipped in the bud? Like, you kind of knew the routine and things started becoming a lot easier for you guys.
I would think after the big blow up that we had, I think after that, that's when we started trying to communicate a lot better.
Oh, wow.
And
Big blow up. How long ago, how far in was this? How old was your
I
kid
would
after
say,
that?
how old was he at that
Big
time?
blow
I
up.
think he was about 6, I think. Was he?
Was he 6 or?
Or 4, was he younger
No, I was,
than
young, I was
that?
younger than that. I don't think, cause I know. I'm trying to think. I know Zeke was younger. 'Cause I know we've been good for a very long years.
So probably about 4.
Because I don't know. I think it was just before. Was it before Kia was born or after Kia?
No, this was
We're about
after.
to
This
get to
was
that.
after Kia was born, I think. Yeah.
So
No.
so if
Can't
there's 3 years between him and Zeke. So yeah, well, I can't remember the
I
exact
can't
date,
even
but
remember. Yeah.
I know it was Zeke was younger.
Okay, cool. Alright, so about maybe what? So we're saying about maybe 3-4 years. In after the big blow up, things started to. You guys were able to like work things out. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And Emmanuel, when you guys started to work things out, what was it that you did differently to make things easier for the both of you?
Try to be more honest, try to be more direct, try to be more involved as well. I feel a lot of the frustration that came on her side was, are you doing this or you're not doing this? Like, you're just in and out, will you please? And I think it was, I think for me it was just going through that transition of, because at that time I went to uni, dropped out of uni, come back to London, trying to like find myself.
Yourself out, yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It was just, and then obviously there was the issue with my mom, and there was so many things happening. But then, I think when I started to like, just, you know what, you're a father now, you need to be like, have your head screwed on, and then start open more to her.
So
like,
being
to
a bit
talk,
more consistent.
talk and be honest. I said, look, this is the deal, and from there, it progressed.
You progress from there, and you said for now you guys have been good for like the past.
For a while now.
For a while now.
Yeah,
For a while now. That is great, man. I love things like that because we don't see that often. We don't see a lot that parents that have had a child that have now separated, that they can still be on good terms. You guys seem like you're almost really good friends at this point, which is really it's good to see. It is really good to see. But now I'm getting to like the the really juicy bit. So obviously we all know that Emmanuel has another child now. So he has a daughter. I know it was hard for him to. It took a while for you to what's the word? Come to terms with that. We all know, if you don't mind me saying it, but we all know that Emmanuel at one point he wasn't in his daughter's life. He wasn't involved. So I understand that it took a while for him to adjust to that. But when he told you, what was your thought process at that point?
Okay, so even with us not being together, I still had that kind of, soft spot for him, I would say. So obviously when he told me, I can't lie to you, I was actually really upset. I was actually really upset.
Oh.
No, he knows that, but so I was really upset about it, and it took a while for me to, come to terms with that. But yeah, after a while, it's just, after a lot of feeling like, I don't know how to put it, but like, after feeling like so hurt and so how could you do this kind of thing?
So was this when he told you? Were you guys at a good stage in your co-parenting, or was it still kind of rough for you guys?
I would say we were at a good stage at that point, because we've gone through ups and downs. So there'll be times where we're good, sometimes we're bad. Yeah. So I think at that time we were actually really good.
Okay.
And then you were at my house actually that day when you told
I rate you for saying it face to face, but we'll get to it.
You told me face to face, which I respect him for. You actually told me face to face, and I was really upset, like physically upset.
You were crying.
Yeah, I was crying. So yeah.
That's so cute. All right, Emmanuel. You found out now. You've got, so at this point, are you in your daughter's life now? When
No, this was still when Shakira wasn't born yet.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
she wasn't born yet.
Okay.
And then I just remember when I heard the news, I think it was easy to talk to her about it at that time anyway, because she was the only one that could kind of like understand, because we've been through it together ourselves.
Yeah.
So, and I think seeing how upset she was, it was a turning point for me as well, because I started to realise that I'm actually not a serious person. Like, no, honestly, because if she didn't like me, or I didn't sell her dreams, I didn't think, or I didn't give her hopes that we'd be together, she wouldn't react the way she reacted.
Oh, so were you selling her dreams like that?
But probably, most likely. Cause
Man said most likely.
I wouldn't fear, because
So
you
was
wouldn't
he
cry.
selling you dreams like that?
You wouldn't cry if you was.
It's not that he was selling me dreams. It's just that because we were so like at that time we were actually kind of united, and we were actually trying to like communicate with each other in that time. And I still felt like, because I would still go to like his church events and stuff like that, and we would try to do things together. with our son and stuff. So I still felt
like there was a possibility.
Yeah, there was still a possibility. I think I don't know if it's me that I it's him as well, but me too. I actually concocted in my mind as well that this is gonna work.
Wow.
But yeah.
Then
it's just like
the knees kind of felt like kind of crushed down. Okay. Jeez, Emmanuel. Wow, you're a special guy, man. Okay, cool. So
we live and we learn.
It's true. No, it's actually true. It's true. Okay. Now, Emmanuel, now you have 2 kids with 2 different ladies. How have you managed to avoid the baby mama drama between the 2? Because that can't be easy. It can't be easy for them. It can't be easy for you.
I think for me was 2 things. Because I've been a father already for like 3 years, 4 years, because 3 years between 3 years and a bit between them 2. I was learning from my mistakes that I made the first time around with her, and I didn't want to make that same mistake again. And I think because me and her were working to being cool, and then whereas with my daughter's mum not really as cool, it was just one of them ones where I for a while I kept it separate. Like I didn't merge the 2. Okay. I kept it separate. Whilst me and my daughter's mum were still going through our own issues. And obviously it helps when you've got a woman that's not crazy. Like she's not. I wouldn't say she's crazy.
I hear that.
So she kind of like understood what was going on, and it made it easier as well. I would say it made it easier, because if she was a crazy woman or crazy baby mom, like people like to say, yes, I don't think the drama would have been avoided. But because she was cool and we were like I said, we were cool, it made it easier to able to separate the 2. And I think they only met.
Yeah, when did they meet?
It was a Kia's birthday.
Yeah.
Well, first birthday? Oh,
So it was like a third. It was a third.
Wow. I can't remember, but I know it was our birthday because like they had to, not
they
because.
had to, yeah.
But yeah, I won't lie. I'll never. Nor am I big on the fan of like they have to talk.
Okay, yeah.
Because they don't know each other. Like if I was dating one of them, then yeah, cool. Yeah. But because the only way they're associated is through the children. Like there's no need for both of you to talk. Like I would bring the children together. Yeah. So and that's how I was able to separate.
So you 2 don't meet all the time. Then it's only really on like birthdays, really.
It's more that his daughter comes to my son's birthday, or my son goes to her daughter's birthday. Okay. But there's been times where because we've got each other on Snap, so I've had a few conversations. Yeah, we do have. You do have each other on Snap.
Whoa! Yeah. This is new to me.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, we do have each other on Snap.
Wait, we did or you do?
We do. I have her on my Snap now.
Oh wow. Okay. I never. Wow. Okay.
So I've had conversations with her here and there and stuff like that. It's not like we're paddy like that. No, but yeah.
At least you're cordial.
We're cordial. Yeah. I have nothing to do. Nothing against her or anything like that. No.
No, I respect that. No, that's cool. That's cool. So, wow. So has it been? So would you say it's been easy dealing with Emmanuel now that he has another child, or like? Did you give him hell at first when you found out?
No, I didn't. But obviously, I wanted to know the dynamic. Obviously, how did it happen? So I wanted to know how it happened.
Had sex.
Obviously, I was like, how
Emmanuel was a villain, bro. Oh my days.
No, so like obviously how she came about, because obviously you just don't have a child automatic like that, obviously. But yeah, so I just wanted to know that kind of stuff. But eventually, all I wanted is for the kids to have a relationship, because obviously coming from two different households is quite hard.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to be so apart. I want them to kind of grow up together, even though they're separate. I still want them to be close, especially when they get older. I want them to be like, oh, I'm gonna call my sister, or I'm gonna hang out with my sister or brother and stuff like that. Which they do. They have a really close relationship.
I love that.
So even when people see them together, they think that they're in the same household together all the time, which they're not. So yeah.
No, that's beautiful. I respect all three of you for being able to manage that, because that can't be easy for any of you, but you've managed that. I really do respect you for that, guys. Big week you guys up. I do have a few more questions for you. So and now that obviously it's been, I think Zeke is 10. He's 9. He's pretty.
He's 9. He's gonna be 10 in December.
Okay, wow. So it's been a long time for you guys. Would you say that there's still
a 10-year anniversary of being a father? I feel like I should get like.
I can't lie. No, you should.
I should get some like
some Rolex or
you know?
something. You know, my guy. No, but so
10th anniversary of being a father.
So would you say that do you guys still have feelings for each other after all these years? That ship has sailed.
That ship has sailed.
Okay, so now
I don't know for her, but for me.
Are you okay?
Nah, joking. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
we both moved on. She's moved on.
Yeah.
Like she's dating other people. I've dated other people.
Next question. Thank you. So in terms of dating now, so because you guys have such a great relationship, or you guys have a good relationship, would you say the dynamics would change if one of you got into a relationship with somebody else? Do you guys think you'd still be as close, or boundaries, like certain boundaries would be put in place to the point where you guys can't maybe chat the way you guys chat no more? What do you guys think?
There'll be boundaries, but I still think we'll still have that kind of relationship anyway, because obviously when you bring somebody else into the picture, we're all gonna have to like come together and like be together in terms of going to each other's birthdays and stuff like that, have family around and stuff like that. We're gonna have to integrate the families together. So I think it'll be okay, but I know that we don't have the typical, kind of relationship where it's just drop off or whatever. So because we do talk sometimes and stuff like that, about more stuff than Z and stuff like that. But yeah. So I think,
no, that's cool.
I think it'll be okay.
What do you think? Do you think the dynamics should change, or do you think things would stay the same?
I feel like dynamics would change, but it won't be like a strong change. I think I've said it before, where we don't do things like when we're both single. We don't do things like calling each other at dumb hours or being in each other's houses at like. Do you know what I mean? There's already boundaries set in place already that even if somebody was to come into the picture, nothing really changes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like I said it before, like there's already there's the boundary and respect for each other. So so we don't nothing really changes. Just more of like notifying the other person that I'm seeing somebody that and it's serious and whatnot. Like we're both mature people. We've been in this game long enough to know that like we don't need that petty stuff.
It's all about communication at the end of the day.
Come on.
That's what it is.
Come on, I love it. Okay, and final questions for you guys. What would you say you love that Emmanuel does for your son?
I think as Z has gotten older, they have this. I think they're building like this closeness. I think it's a lot different to how he was when he's younger. So I feel like with me, he's still a mummy's boy, but he's doing more older boyish stuff, and they can relate more and they can do more stuff together. Okay. So I think that's what I like.
Okay. And Emmanuel, what do you like that she does with for your son?
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say any one specific thing that I like that she does. Obviously, as a mother, you're gonna.
There's loads, of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
But I would say what I do like about her is that, like you don't stress me. No, it might sound silly, yeah, but like you don't stress me. Even when I'm doing my excuse my French, my fuckeries. You don't stress me about it. You just be like, you know what? Like, I feel like she knows that you're a man. You know what the right thing to do. I don't need to tell you the right thing to do.
Just do it.
And just, do you know what I mean? And I come to my time, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I should have done that, or and I'll do what I need to do. So I think that's for me, that's what I like. Because some people, you step out of line and straight away, they're onto you. Like, you're like, whoa, relax. And I feel like she allows me to make my mistake as father and learn rather than trying to parent me myself. Like, oh, that's not what father should do, or that's not how father should be. She just allows me to be a parent, and obviously she needs to step in. She'll step in, but like along the way, it's been what's the word?
She's helped you kind of adjust in a
sense.
sense.
Yeah, without being on my neck too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say that's what it is.
No, that's great, guys. I love that for you guys, and I really hope that you guys continue to have a great relationship and you raise your son to be, you know, the great guy that he can be. No, that's it, guys. I hope you guys love that. I know there's a few of you that have a few tears in your eyes because right now I've got a little lump. I've been trying to hold it in this whole time. It's not easy asking questions like this, you know, guys. Jeez. But no, guys, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you guys so much for being transparent and honest with us. And I appreciate you guys. Guys, that's it for me. I'm done. I have no more questions left. That's it. If you guys can have any more questions for them,
I have one question though.
Oh God.
I have one question. Just one question. What would you say? Yeah.
You me? For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, what would you say? If one thing you dislike about me.
Oh,
that's true.
In terms of you being a dad or just in general?
No, the father. What's the father of this?
You have to specify.
Yeah, I wanted to end this on a positive note.
Do you know why? Yeah,
to mess up my whole interview.
No. Do you know why? Yeah, because someone messaged me before, yeah, about the podcast, and it was like, I know for a fact your relationship is not all rosy like you make it to be, and I was like, I don't make it all rosy. I say it what it is. So I just thought, you know what? Let's give that person.
That's true.
So what's the one thing that you say you dislike about me as a father?
That's a hard question.
He's gonna do it back to you, by the way. We're going.
Can he go first? Because I have to think about it.
Alright,
You see that, yeah? So good, yeah. She can't even think of one. Never bad, yeah. Straight away, she'll be like, yeah, this. I've been waiting for this.
It's actually because she can think of so many things she doesn't like. She can't pick one. That's really what it is.
Wow. You see, Alex, you're bad vibes, you know. I think H managed to replace you still.
Nah, I can't, man. I'm glad for this episode. Come on.
No, I'm not even trying to make your head big or anything here, but there's nothing bad that I dislike about you. I've always said it, and I'll say it now. Of all the women it could potentially be, I only thank God that is you and my daughter's mom that are mothers my children, because, like, it's not no wait, stop it, just stop it. No, I just feel like you have to appreciate the mother of your children.
100.
Like, and I know that I've not been exactly the best father from the beginning, or like I haven't been involved as much. So yeah, and I know that some guys don't even get half the chance that I've got. And courts, I go to courts, like doing this, you're not seeing your child. So I've never had any of that, and I only thank God for that. But yeah, honestly, I can't think of anything. The reason why I asked, yeah, because I know we had our issues, and anytime we've had our issues, it's always mainly been me. So yeah, that's the reason why I asked, but I don't have anything to say. Oh mate, you're too inner. Yeah, I think that's what I'll probably say. Yeah, you're too nosy.
No, I'm not only nosy. Yeah, when Z's old enough to come and start telling me stuff. So obviously that's when I come and ask you questions. That's when I come. I want to find out, because obviously.
So what? Zeke's a snitch, yeah? Zeke.
He's not a snitch.
He's always young.
He's observant. He's observant.
I dare Adrian to try that with me. I dare him.
He just come and tell me about his day, and then that's when he says things. So obviously that's when I come and like try to find out okay what's going on instead of concocting and just come shout at you and stuff like that. I ask you these questions. It's not like I want to know who you're dating. I don't care, but it's just if they're gonna be around my child, that's when I want to know. That's the only reason why I asked you those questions.
But you're still in now, but it's okay.
This is what. No, don't worry. Now it's your turn.
And my turn.
I just thought of something now.
So, with me, I wouldn't say, obviously, after a while now, our relationship is a lot better, but I would say beforehand, and sometimes it was you not being as involved.
Yeah.
So I think that was my primary issue, is just you being a lot more involved with him. So it's just, yeah, that was the main thing. But now, it's become a lot better.
Yeah, guys, you guys are so sweet. I love it. They're just great. But yeah, like I was trying to say before, I'm done. That's it. No more questions from me. This is the end of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I did. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. But yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brothers, tell anybody that is gonna, love this. And don't forget that we are here to educate,
empower,
and evolve. I am your host, Alex.
And I'm your host, Emmanuel. And thank you to me. Alright, see you guys next time.
Take care, guys.